Alright, so right now me and Colin are going to take some car photos because I'm lacking on car pictures for the Instagram. I've been posting in like 2 weeks on this channel. I've just been kind of busy, but if you're following us on Instagram, you guys probably saw that my water pump went out, but I got her fixed, so she's good now.
Dude is staring.
Lost accident. Crash. I'll try to go through it.
And then grab them too. These are for other video ideas. Alright, so I got a video idea where I'm gonna make trash can exhaust tips, but we're looking for some trash cans right now. If you were a trash can, where would you be? Oh shit, yeah. Oh wait, how the f did you?
I told you this is where the trash cans are.
Oh, alright, see ya. Just go get kicked out.
Several days later.
Alright, so it's a couple days later from those last clips because I thought that this was supposed to come in that same day, but it actually never did. So today we got some new interior pieces from Mashimaro. So I'm just gonna go ahead and unbox it right here. What? That's it, bro. I'm tired of this shit. God damn it. Alright, so it's been about a week after I destroyed the last parts. I forgot to take them out the box. Obviously, I'm kidding. The parts weren't in the box. Got them right here. I don't got the money like that to be doing that kind of shit. So the parts I got here today, the shift boot and the F30 style shifter, they're from Mashimaro. Really cool guy. He was able to give me a deal on these parts for today. They're always innovating for the whole E92 platform and pretty much BMW in general. They're always coming out with new things. So enough with that. It's a super easy install. I got the gloss black F30 style shifter. It also comes in silver and carbon fiber. I just wanted to go with gloss just to keep it nice and simple. So this is all electronic, all works, all the LEDs working here. It comes with a wiring harness that I'll show you guys in a second. So here's that. And then I got the white stitching shift boot here. I wanted to get the tricolor, so it'd be like this, like it is on my steering wheel, but unfortunately they were backed up for 3 months on those, so I just opted for the white stitching. Still matched the white stripe, and hopefully once I get my roll cage built, I'll have a white cage back here, so it'll go with that. So first thing you're gonna wanna go ahead and do is put your car in ACC mode like this. Go ahead and put your foot on the brake, pull back to drive, and then push the button in here, and then just pull up really hard. And then this will come straight out like this. And now I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in park. All right, and then once you get that done with, all you gotta do is start to pull this up, and you might need a flathead. Literally, I just pull on this boot here, and it should pop right out like this. And then you're gonna wanna go ahead and unclip these two connectors here. So this is it completely out. Next thing to do now is to remove these two female connectors. So you wanna go ahead and take this whole harness out of here. All right, so in order to get these Torx out here, it's actually a T6 Torx. I'm sure a T5 will fit fine too. Just the 3 screws here. Go ahead and take those out. All right, and then for this piece here, there's gonna be a little metal bracket holding this in. All I did was took a flathead and pried it off. Mine broke. I'm not really pressed though. I'm not gonna be using this anymore. So I got the wiring harness out of there now. All right, so you got your connector here just like this. So you're gonna go ahead and take the red, yellow, this side right here, and plug it into this side right here. So these two ends are the two that go together right here. This is the OEM wiring. This is the aftermarket one. And then same goes for this side. So this, the blue, green, and white, gonna go on the left wiring harness over here, just like that right there. So now you're going to want to go ahead and take your OEM wire harness from the original boot. So this is obviously going to be hidden. You don't want to see any of this. This is all going to be underneath the boot. This side with the gear selector or whatever, where you see where it is, it's going to go on this left side right here. So you're going to want to go ahead and plug this into here. Alright, so I got that one plugged in there. And then same thing with this. So the right side is going to plug into the white OEM connector, just like that. See, it's working. So now the goal is going to be to try to hide all this so it won't interfere with the shift knob. Alright, so the best way to go ahead and hide all the wiring is I kind of shoved everything down in this little compartment here. It was kind of just an open space. I'm hoping this is not going to interfere with it. I don't think it will. The only part that needs to kind of be in the way is this, because this is what connects to here. So I have all this tucked down in there onto the sides like this. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and put the manual boot on. All right, boys, so unfortunately we might have to get a little bit ghetto on this install. So the issue I'm running into is the manual boot is obviously made for a manual transmission car, and mine's an automatic. So I have the automatic trim right here. So I believe that this is thinner than it is on a manual transmission one, because what I'm struggling to do is it fits in here nicely up front. It's hard to do with one hand, but it fits in here nicely up front. This here is wider than it is on here, and you can see that when you do this. This is the OEM automatic transmission one. So when I place it on here, you can obviously see that this one is thinner at the bottom. So what we're gonna have to do is actually go ahead and take this piece, and I went ahead and took off the boot that was on here. That easily came off, which is a couple clips on the back of it like this that just snapped right out of here. So what I'm gonna do now is, I hate to cut up brand new things, but I know that this isn't meant to go in an automatic car, so that's why we have to do this. I don't know if there's any better solutions or anything. Like I said, I don't know if anyone's done this on the internet and shown it publicly, but this is all I gotta go with for now. So there's a 3D printed plastic piece back here is what it looks like. So actually what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and slowly push back the suede foam material and just use a razor blade and slowly cut it out and detach the suede material from the plastic piece here. And the goal is going to be to re-glue it to the side of this, so that way it'll fit in there and fit perfectly OEM. So this will be in here, but the boot will cover it completely. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the plastic trim from this. All right, so I went ahead and removed the plastic trim under here. Sorry, Sean, if you're watching this, I apologize if this makes you cringe, but hey, trying to make it work. So I got this out here, nothing under here. So the goal is to put it just like this. This is actually going a lot better than I thought it was gonna go. Literally already without any glue, it looks fine. So this is actually the OEM one. On the Mashimaro shift boot, it comes with these little cutouts for the clips. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, it comes with these little cutouts in the suede material. So actually all I did was just slip over the OEM clip with the little hole that's already cut out, and there's 4 cutouts on the suede material for the clips on the trim. So actually all of it lined up perfectly. So all I did was grab the material and put the clip through the hole on the suede. It's actually already holding perfectly fine, nice and sturdy and everything. I'm gonna go ahead and put some hot glue around the sides here just to secure it on there. This is actually working out a lot better than I thought it was gonna work. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, put some hot glue to make sure that the suede never comes off. All right, surprisingly, it's turned out way better than I thought it would have. So here it is. It actually looks the exact same, just on the OEM trim here. So like I said, just slipped it over the holes that was cut out on the suede, and then hot glued. I hot glued it here on the side right here, and same with here. So it's all secure in there. So now all there is to do now is you're going to want to go ahead and slip the wire through the hole in the top of the boot, and then the same with the plastic piece here, just like that right there. And then the best way to probably do it is go ahead and plug the connector in first. So here's the connector off the harness. I'm gonna plug that in here. Make sure you plug it in the right way. There's one pin that does not get plugged in, so just make sure you line that up just like that. You can see that this is turning on now. Place the boot over top and not click it in yet. Put the car in accessory mode again. Push it back to drive. Push the new shifter in place. Make sure you push down until you hear it click in place, so that way it won't come out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in park. Turn the car back off. And now push this into its final position. All right, so I actually went ahead and removed it again. I took it off. I don't really have a good Dremel or anything, so I literally just used an angle grinder, and I cut out the middle pieces here, so that way the boot could sit in there nicely. You can kind of see the imprint of everything that was in there last time. So it's a really shitty angle grind job, but it'll work good enough. You won't see anything like this, and I sanded it all down so I won't poke holes in anything. This is coming quite the project, but I think it's gonna be worth it. It cut super easily with the angle grinder. So now all I gotta do is put the thing back over top of it and glue it back on there. So this is actually all trial and error. Like I said, I've never seen this on the internet before, so I'm really just kind of going with what I think I should do. Fortunately, I actually got to sit in there really nicely. It actually has a perfect line, and I'm actually pretty impressed with it. I have not put this back in there yet, but it is wired in. But all the seams, I got no suede material hanging out looking ugly or anything. So when I was putting it in there, if you guys are doing this at home, I literally probably sat here for 30 minutes trying to put it in there without any of the suede material coming out. I put this corner in first, and then did this, and then this this one, and then this one last. So I snapped this in, then that, then this, then that. That makes sense to you. And then I was using this little plastic piece to ensure that all of it would tuck underneath, and it looks super clean now. I'm actually really excited about this. So now all I got left to do is to put accessory mode and then pop this thing back in like I showed you guys before. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So here it is. Here's the final product. Obviously I'm gonna have to mess with this a little bit. I can feel the wire under here that connects to this. There's nothing I can do about that, but I'm actually blown away. This looks so sick. And like I've said 1,000 times, I've never seen anyone else do this, but I think this is a really good idea. Really hyped on this. So all this works. Probably gonna go take some photos. Maybe I'll do a little POV drive, something like really quick, just down the street and back, so you guys can see it in the car while I'm driving. So here it is working. Everything's obviously the same. So reverse, neutral, drive, and then manual mode. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a POV drive. All right, so here we are on the road. So I'm actually really excited with this thing. It looks sick. The way I did it, everything turned out perfect to where nothing's restricting it whenever I shift, because I drive in manual mode all the time. I don't know why. I mean, I honestly wish I got a manual transmission car, but the price and the mileage on this car at the time was just unpassable of a price. So that's why I bought this car. But I drive in manual all the time. The number one thing I noticed right away is obviously I'm gonna have to get used to this different style like shifter compared to the OEM one like this. This one's a lot heavier than this one. This one's like super lightweight and honestly feels kind of weird, but I'll get used to it eventually. Definitely looks a hell of a lot better. I really hated that carbon fiber thing I had on there, and I was really just waiting to get this in order to change it out. All right, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I really think that's a good idea as far as for the automatic transmission. I think it's probably the best looking option. Obviously you don't have to go with the same colorway as I did. I just did that to match my interior best. But yeah, overall it was like $200 for both the F30 shifter and the shift boot. Let me know if you guys run into the same issue where if you get the manual boot and it doesn't fit in the automatic transmission trim. But as far as what I think they're all probably the same, and the manual transmission ones have a little bit wider of a hole in their trim. So everyone with automatic probably is going to have to do what I did in this video. But it was super simple and easy and definitely worth the time because it looks 100 times better. Something different compared to what everyone else does. Everything I see on YouTube, it's just the F30 shifter with the normal OEM boot and all that stuff. Make sure to check out Match tomorrow. Link will be at the top of the description. Any BMW needs, even E92 Supra needs. So big shout out to them for giving me a good deal on these parts for today's video. Let me know what you guys think of the new look on the interior. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, and that'd be it. So catch you on the flip.